Underwood, it was very open. And in fact, I was given a good example of how to, we had Peter Roby, for example, the sports director at Northeastern, who was PTO co-president and really great. And he really was a terrific example to show how to include people, how to solve problems and so on. So I was kind of inspired by people actually getting in their work, and that drew me in, actually.
Let me ask you now, what do you do for a living?
I'm an engineer, so I do web information engineering.
But aren't you associate with Boston University?
Well, I was at BU as an assistant professor of physics, and I've spent a lot of time in academic physics. I spent 15 years doing nuclear physics, theoretical nuclear physics, teaching, so I know what the classroom's like, and I know what research is like. I wrote 20 research papers, for example, and then I went into industry and I worked in really an applied mathematical role initially, and then in a combination of that and software engineering in machine vision and robotics, digital imaging at Polaroid and Kodak. So I've had a pretty good broad experience in industry as well. So I know what, when kids graduate and they go to college, I know the kinds of jobs that they'll go into. So, you know, you cover the spectrum. And that kind of experience in research science like that, with, you know, an advanced degree and so on, is something that's missing on the school committee right now.
So the Newton Tab endorsed you. Yeah,
they were really really great, and they really covered everything that I've done. That was a really high information endorsement.
Enthusiastically endorsed by the Newton Tab. Epstein's potential contributor to the new school committee. Go beyond his math and science expertise. He is an independent thinker who will speak out when appropriate and will work cooperatively with his colleagues.
Right.
And I would say that, from what I know about you and meeting you over a lot of times over the years, that's the type of person you are. You are a...
Right, I like working with people.
And you haven't been out there throwing bombs or bad-mouthing.
No, it's not. I mean, I wasn't brought up like that. You know, we're brought up in the Australian school system. Teamwork was really important. Everyone played team sports. That was a fundamental thing. It was integrated into the elementary schools. Our teachers all taught us sports.
How about the politics?
In Australia? Oh, they're crazy. Australian politics is not something I would look at and say that's wonderful. We got 3 Nobel laureates in medicine. But you know, Aussies do a lot of really good technical stuff. Yeah. They invent things. They make good wine.
Well, if there's anything you want to say to our audience...
Well, I'd say that we've focused a lot on the kind of math and science, technology and so on, but I think there's also a breadth of experience that I bring to this. I mean, I grew up in one entirely different school system. I spent 2 years in England at Oxford in their university system. I've been around the United States in different places. I've got a broad experience of life, but I worked in the Underwood after-school program. I was president of that for 2 years during the recession, which was a very difficult time where we were trying to expand programs and keep staff. You know, I've been involved in property management for 20 years. I mean, I even got a real estate salesman license once because I was interested in that.
Well, it's up to the voters now. That you've got somebody new that will bring on change, and I'll tell you, the school committee does need some new blood, some new enthusiasm.
Right, and the thing is, you know, I can work with all those folks there. We've got some good folks there, and we can figure this out.
Good luck.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
Again, good night. Thank you.